So YouTube, it's something that everyone knows about and has. It allows people to watch, share, post, and comment videos on videos from around the world. If someone needs to know how to do something, like how to install a light switch, YouTube most likely has a how-to for that. As Spreadable Media in Chapter 1 puts it, Web 2.0 is putting the we in web. I'm pretty sure most of us have at least once in our life been in a hurry to learn something, and we rely on YouTube to help us with it. YouTube really opens the doors for the online environment. So in Chapter 1 of Spreadable Media, the author states, as companies come to terms with an online environment that records, amplifies, and proliferates the audience's collective interpretation and appropriation of their marketing materials, and as companies try to make sense of how their material spreads in environments governed by peer-to-peer logics, these companies are spending more energy trying to engage their audience directly. So, in relation to YouTube, I think that it's important for the different brands and outlets on YouTube to be able to really put out something that the audience wants to see, not just something that they want to talk about or that they think is important, but it's really spending their energy to get to the audience. Additionally, the change in public relation has almost gone to press relations. It's really just been worried about the press, and the concern is trying to put the public back into it, so change it back to really what it is, which is public relations, dealing with the public, and gaining the importance of a recommendation from an average person, i.e. the public. Being able to get that audience member to really be engaged in whatever it is, and to be able to have someone else say, hey, this video is really good, and share it, and ideally that's how the message gets spread anyways. So, again, in Spreadable Media Chapter 1, the author says, online communication creates a textual trial of the conversations audiences have about a brand or media property, which may be archived indefinitely for all to see. Again, talking about spreading the media and sharing the media, is that online communication lets the conversations flow and continue to grow, not just, what they see on TV. It's able to be there forever and for people to continuously see, not just, hey, that's a really good ad on the TV, and never talk about it again. And so one thing that this can be analyzed in is the different YouTube videos that are really popular ads that are being shared and watched quite a bit right now that have a lot of views. So the first one on the list is Duracell, and the ad itself uses family and touching music and kind of like pulls on the heartstrings a little bit. And most of the comments and most of the reasons, I guess, it was shared was that there were comments, it was an overall a neat video. The music, they really liked the music. Personal stories powered by brands was one of the comments specifically, and it's kind of a way that brands can use the personal stories to reach out and not just, here's our product kind of thing. The second one was an Age of Ultron commercial, and it was partnered with Samsung, and I personally thought this was a really neat video. They used all different types of people. They used kids, they used athletes, they used cyclists. They used a lot of different dimensions of real people. And, it used the types of people. It was also kind of imitated after Avengers, Age of Ultron, which is a really popular movie, especially right now. And so it also uses athletes, which seems to be a really popular way to gain audience likes. And hey, this video is really good. Most people either were really critical or just completely loved it. So this one had a lot of shares, but also had a lot of people critical of, well, why didn't they use this person for Iron Man or, stuff like that. But then people completely loved it on the other side and were excited because the team of the football player has the Hulk now, and kind of playing off that side of it. The third was a Nissan, commercial, and it uses real people, and it also used a hashtag. So that's another way to gain spreadability, to really pass that message on. And most of the people sharing this one were actually different car dealerships from around, and a lot of foreign people that was not in English. And so it was definitely made as a promotional video, and was definitely being shared as that as well. And so that one, you know, they had a specific audience, they had a specific message, and it seems like it's pretty much getting there. The fourth one was a Purina one. Of course, this one was awesome because it was pets, and who doesn't love pets? And it was also commemorating the YouTube birthday of 10 years. And so I think Purina was 86 years old and YouTube was 10. So they basically showcased popular viral videos and YouTubers from, you know, Jenna Marbles to just dogs saying I love you to other famous YouTubers. And probably one of the ads with the most positive replies overall. But of course it has pets in it, like I said. And a lot of the comments were pointing out, hey, that's me, or hey, that's my pet. And so it was, and then they were also sharing it. And so all the YouTubers that were in it shared it, so it really gained a wide audience. And, or fans that were noticing, hey, that's Jenna Marbles, or hey, that's the dog that can say I love you. And really working off that point. Next was a Google app. It was simple, short, and streamlined, but people didn't really seem to like it. People were sharing it, but there wasn't really anyone stating why. It was just, this user shared this video on Google+, or this user shared this video, and but no real recommendations as to why. Next was a mini escape kind of ad done by Kate Spade with Anna Kendrick in it. And of course, anytime an ad uses a famous person, it really meets to that famous person's fan base and their audience. And so of course, most of these shares were because Anna Kendrick was in it. And that's mostly what people were saying was, oh, she's so great, and all that type of stuff. And then Amazon was short and to the point, and unfortunately, I couldn't see the comments on that one. And Hyundai was another one, and it told a real story. But with the real story, there was a controversy in the comments if it was actually real or if it was just staged. And so people were like, if it's real, it's great, but if it's staged, it's kind of a cheap move. And again, there were a lot of comments that were not in English. And then the positive ones were that it was heartwarming. And I think pulling on the heartstrings is one way, and a really popular way, that companies can get viewers to like their video, or to share their video, or to promote their video. And then HTC was very techy and visually appealing. It was short. It, you know, had a rocket ship music playing on his phone, and then it was supposed to be so lifelike that it was actually, you know, as if it was there. And again, that one had no comments. So those are just some ideas and some ways that different online media and different brands and companies can promote whatever they're promoting, and how kind of people react to it and what makes them share it. And then another important aspect are two words that the author discusses: transparency and authenticity. They both have different meanings in different situations, but Web 2.0 also has a place for them. Transparency refers to how the brands and audience are tied to each other, making sure the possible customers have access to the information. So making sure that there is that tie or that connection, like on the Purina one, all those ties and the connections of the different YouTubers and famous viral videos being used, and so that kind of creates that tie between what they're doing and the people watching it. And then authenticity is the assessment of the credibility of a brand or audience member. So why does it make them credible to be talking about this? And both of these most likely play a large role in why all of the people are sharing the ads that I just discussed. Ties and credibility are huge. Most likely, if someone feels it credible, then they know about it, they're willing to share it with others. Thus, the cycle continues, and the next people share it. And so it's just a way of really knowing the ad, the brand, and the audience, and how they all come together. So whether it's an ad or a video just for fun, the audience or the public has a huge part. The audience or the public, kind of the same thing in this situation, has a huge part in how the message spreads. Spreadability is what makes the online world survive. And if we don't have that spreadability, then nothing's getting shared and nothing's getting known. And that's the whole reason that we post things on social media, because we want recognition and we want other people to know about it.